Steering Legislative and Governmental Committee meeting to order. First item of business, approve the minutes from our last meeting. Call on Vice Chairman Commissioner Gooch.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chair.
For the motion, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Next, we need to fill 3 vacancies on the Emergency Communications District Board. Commissioners, these are vacancies that are filled by the Mayor of Smyrna or his appointed representative, the Mayor of Laverne or his appointed representative, and the Mayor of Eagleville, which Mayor Sam Toon is currently serving in that capacity. So I think everybody received this either via email or it's on your iPad.
I make a motion that we accept the recommendations of each mayor and appoint the Mark O'Neill, Mike Walker, and Sam Toon.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we need to announce a veterinarian vacancy on the Board of Health to fill the unexpired term of Dr. John Key to expire June 2014. Next, we need to announce 2 vacancies on the Lineball Library Board, Melissa Beatty and Marilyn Costello. Fourth, we have a request from the Records Commission. Mayor, if you want to come up here, I think everybody received this as well via email earlier last week.
Can we go back just a second before you get into that? The 2 announcements that you did on both of those, are those folks willing to continue on, or that's the process of them reapplying, I guess, at that?
It's the same
They're
process.
in the process of reapplying.
They must reapply if they so choose.
Okay. And we'll see that next month then. Okay. I'm sorry. Mr. Chairman, go ahead.
Sir. So it's a 2-page letter here, but or page and a half letter. The gist of it is we need to do 2 things. One, to designate the director of the Office of Information Technology to serve on the Records Commission as an ex officio member. And then the second, and Mayor may want to elaborate on this, is to appoint a judicial representative to serve on the Records Commission. Do you want to elaborate?
On that piece of it, the mayor is to appoint 3 folks: the commissioner, the judge, and the genealogist. So the only person we're talking about here is the judge, and it has to be a judge of the trial courts. So the mayor, what I'm going to do, and what has been done in practice before, is we appoint the presiding judge. Every 2 years they pick a new presiding judge among their group. So I'm recommending that you accept the mayor's recommendation of Judge Mark Rogers as our presiding judge to be the person appointed. Now, I'll go a little bit further. The new statute allows for the judge that's been selected by the commission after the mayor makes his recommendation. That person can choose to serve or choose not to serve, and if he chooses not to serve, he can then so designate another person to serve, and that may very well be the case. I've talked to him about this, and he's going to take this under advisement with his other judges, and they'll come back with us and tell us if he's going to serve or if they're going to pick another person to be designated. So that's where we are.
Would we have to approve that designation, or is it just automatically?
No, it's that person. They can make
Okay.
that decision. They can just simply notify the commission, notify the mayor and the commission that they're designating another person to serve on their behalf, and we can advise you folks and make notice of it in the minutes, you might say.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Guess we need a motion to the effect to do those 2 things. One, appoint the Director of Information, Office of Information Technology as an ex officio member, as well as to accept the mayor's recommendation for the judicial appointment to the Records Commission.
Motion to approve the mayor's recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. Commissioners, I apologize. Under any other business, and this is on your iPad, there was a memo. I apologize for this not getting on the official agenda as mailed out, but Code of Ethics and Policy changes. You remember at our last meeting, our county attorney was here to discuss changes, possibility and changes to the ethics policy. And he provided this memo to me, which I emailed to everyone today, and then it's also, like I said, on your iPad. So if you haven't had a chance to review that, if you want to take a moment to review it, or if you have reviewed it, does anybody have any questions about it?
Since I brought it up, I read it. Seems like it's all to stay with what we got, I guess, according to what I've read from the attorney.
Okay.
I mean, that's just as far as what, his recommendation, I guess, that everything's in place.
It really seems that as you read through it or review it, seems that it does kind of echo on a lot of things that we did talk about last month, and even through his research, he found really where our conversation went last month is in the fact that our policy or other state laws deal with the situations that we were speaking of. So,
Well, it does talk about the what we've got now, and actually it also talks about that the state law is actually more stringent than maybe what our code of ethics is, and so there's laws in place to take care of that situation when it arises.
that's my opinion as well.
It's my opinion too. Mr.
Well,
Chairman.
good. That's great. I don't think we need a motion or anything. It's just more of just information for us because we asked for it. But any other discussion on this memo or this topic? If not, is there any other business? Any fish fries, ham breakfast? anything? He's gonna make something.
I was going to say the Beatty Strawberry Patch is now open on.
That's great. That's it.
Critical news, I'm glad you know that.
It is, absolutely. All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?